Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday's Market Wrap-Up. Made it to Friday. Still have all my 10 fingers and 10 toes, so everything's good. Folks, we got to start right off with this. The Democrats and liberals and anti-American folks just frothing at the mouth about this military junta parade. They really look like small people today. If you watched, or probably you didn't watch if you're one of those people, but if you did watch it, it was everything that was good and right about America. Wasn't some camp. He didn't say "Make America Great." Didn't say MAGA. It was one of the most non-political speeches that celebrated our nation's history, our military, and it was fucking fantastic. If you had a problem with that, you're the problem. Unlike our previous king, you know how many pronouns? How many times did he say the word "I"? Everybody remember Barack Hussein Obama whenever he gave a speech? I think the last one, 152 times he'd say the word "I" in a speech about him. Yesterday was about America, and if you're an America hater, get out. Kaepernick, all the folks that hate this place, leave. That's the great thing about America is you don't have to stay. If this place sucks so badly, why are people dying to get in here? It's ridiculous. Happy 4th. I watched that. The Blue Angel, I got to fly right there. I flew in the number 4 slot position in the Blue Angels in an air show with my buddy. But it was fantastic. Each service from the Coast Guard all the way up to the Army got recognized, and it was just fantastic. I had tears in my eyes. In my 50 years on this planet, I've never seen anything like that. And the more people hate on it, especially after having watched it and it being the way that it was, you are the problem, folks. So we had a great 4th. I'm down here sitting in right anchored off of Star Island. I had a great vantage point to watch all the fireworks from Bayside, South Being here at 9 o'clock last night, we were surrounded by about 10 different fireworks shows. So I had a really great time. Hopefully you did as well with your family and friends. The best part about Friday's market wrap-ups is printing money. 2 shots, 2 kills this week for $4,700 in profit on limited risk. That's a 47% on return on risk this week. So Monday's weekly options brief. Up in Monday afternoon, we had 3 shots, 3 kills. We just put on 2 new weekly options trades on Monday. A VXX bull put spread, and we got, so that was bullish on volatility, and then we got bearish on China. We're going to brief China in a couple of seconds here. We put both of these through the uprights for max profit. Awesome. Loving our weekly options. We are printing money in our weekly option service and a lot of our other ones as well. But now it's going to be 5 shots, 5 kills, and we're going to keep the love going here. What's going on? Iran threatened seizure, and this is what, well, before I get into what's going on, look at the VIX, folks, up almost 10%. I predicted this, guys. I said, thank God nothing happened on the 4th. No terrorist attack or anything like that, but I said you have got to stay long volatility through Friday. Anything can happen between now and Friday, most of it bad, and guess what's going on here? Iran threatened seizure of United Kingdom oil tankers in response to what? Royal Marines boarded one of their tankers, where? In Gibraltar yesterday, and seized it after a 90-day trek around the tip of Africa, presumably to do what? Evade sanctions enforcement, heading to Syria. So it's kind of a really long way to get to Syria from that way. What did the Brits do? They boarded it and they seized it. The Iranians are calling it piracy and everything like that. So this is getting uglier, folks. I'm telling you, man. Israel. The top Iranian commander the other day says, we have secret weapons. You know what's ridiculous about all the idiots in this country? Trump doesn't want to get into a war. He ran on getting us out of like Afghanistan, Iraq, and out of these places. But and don't fall out of your chair, but listen to me. At least Adolf Hitler was smart. Here's what I mean by this. The dude lied. So when Neville Chamberlain, the Brit, flew over and he got off the airplane, after meeting with Hitler, he's like, I have a signed document from Adolf Hitler. There will be peace in our time. And then what happened? Hitler went back in the room and said, you guys wouldn't believe what I signed that thing. I'm like, yeah, everything's cool. We're not going to do anything. And we just storm all over Europe and kill 6 million Jews. The dude at least lied and lulled the world into complacency. These dudes are saying, hey, man, we got secret weapons. And Israel and the United States, we want to kill you. We want to vaporize as many of you as possible and destroy your countries. Democrats and liberals, whatever. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. You people are stupid if you don't believe that we have to take care of this. They put a suitcase-sized bomb in a container ship. There goes New York City. There goes San Francisco. There goes Miami. Forget about it, folks. Or bases in Europe, let alone Israel. So we can sit here and him and haw all we want. Benjamin Netanyahu ain't no idiot. He's pretty damn close, guys, so you've got to get ready for this. There are already Iran-linked hackers said to be ready for attacks against U.S. targets. Get ready to wake up one day, folks. Hopefully you have paper copies of all your accounts and bank statements and everything like that. You could wake up one day and they're all at zero, right? Or all of a sudden they decide to hack into the New York power grid and turn it off. It would be Planet of the Apes within about 32 minutes. So this is getting ugly, folks. And if I'm not scaring you, I'm not doing my job because you've got to be hedged. I'll, hold your nose rally, right? As the market goes up and everybody's going yay, I yay with it. But right now it's time for absolute caution. Chinese newspaper calls for zero tolerance over Hong Kong protests. A lot of the protesters, I saw this yesterday during our 4th of July, were kind of mirroring us. Like, we ain't Chinese. You might be our government now after the Brits gave Hong Kong back, but we are free people. China, no, you're not. And here come the tanks. That's going to get ugly. As the president was actually meeting with Xi Jinping, the Chinese military was conducting anti-ship ballistic missile tests in kind of essentially international waters, but where China says they now own it. Thank you, Barack Hussein Obama. So Trump decided to do what? Poke back at China and say, hey, President of Taiwan, why don't you come visit the White House here in July? If you don't know your history, Taiwan is a renegade province that China is going to take back by force. If you believe our history, Taiwan is a free country that buys our F-16s and tanks. That's getting uglier. Ceasefire, folks. So let's look at FXI. So the FXI trade that we put on Monday afternoon was a bear call spread. Why? I sold the hell out of this pop on Monday after, allegedly, quote unquote, good news out of the trade negotiations. I didn't believe it. Monday morning, I woke up, saw the pop, and got out of all of my bullish FXI and S&P 500 positions, and then did what? Rolled inverted and got bearish. The FXI is going to keep imploding. Why? Because not only didn't they get anything done, it's worse. Well, what do you mean worse, Wiz? Because Donald Trump said, well, maybe we'll let the Huawei thing, we'll take it off the table. And of course, Republicans and Democrats rolled in on the president and said, what are you doing, dude? That's spy shit for the People's Liberation Army. There is no negotiating on Huawei. Trump, we'll see. Ceasefire crumbles. China won't buy any American soybeans until Washington provides more, what? Clarity on Huawei. Because I'm a little confused, too. The president said, we're going to let you do some Huawei stuff. And then the five guys in the white suits walking behind Donald Trump with their shovels had to run out there and say, no, that's Huawei still off the table. If the U.S. flip-flops again in these negotiations, the promises to buy American agricultural products will also be overturned. Boom. So there you go. There's Monday's pop. Bullish positions. I saw about $6,200 in profit on the S&P 500 trade and China, and then we sold the hell out of it, and this thing's going lower. This thing's going to smash through the middle of this Keltner channel and keep going lower. I'm looking at a bearish trade Monday in our weekly options brief. China says there will be no trade deal unless what? Huawei? Yeah, also Huawei, but look at this. Unless all the existing tariffs are stripped, they're not going to negotiate or do anything moving forward unless all of the tariffs are stripped. They are going hardcore, ladies and gentlemen. Volatility is going to go up. FXI is going to go down, and so is our market. We've been predicting that. We've been nailing this and getting this right. Navarro, the trade advisor, hey, man, these things are complicated. They're going to take some time. We're in a lot of trouble here. Now, let's talk about Bizarro market. Everybody, I got a couple texts like, dude, you nailed it. Job creation was on fire. And let's also laugh about the ADP number on Wednesday. Remember? ADP on Wednesday was like, just 102 grand. I said, folks, nobody's going to, I'm reminding you, but nobody's going to remember the ADP number Friday morning. Except me, because I like looking back and laughing at it. So the ADP one was weak, and it's essentially a jobs program for a day and a half for analysts to go back and kind of revise and extend their Friday forecast. Well, now everybody looks stupid because it was a blisteringly good jobs report, man. we were looking for 162. Remember the last time I joked, I'm like, is there a 1 missing in front of that? No, it was 72. We were looking for 162. We got 224. Here's a little bit of a black eye, though. The average hourly earnings went down. Unemployment ticked up a little bit, but that's actually good. You know why? Because a hell of a lot more people entered the workforce looking for work and couldn't get it. So ignore the uptick there. I'll explain it over a beer. But 220, whiz, why is the market imploding? Guys, you know the market's imploding because what? This good jobs number means, whoa, now does the Fed need to cut interest rates at the end of the month? Are they going to keep serving us booze, or are they telling us to sober up? Folks, that was a blisteringly good jobs report. So here's the summary on this. I think it definitely decreased. Well, it did. The Fed funds futures rate for a 0.5 percentage cut at the end of the month went from 23 to like 11%. So we ain't getting a half unless something horrific happens between now and the end of the month. We're not getting a 0.5 point. 25 basis point cut at the end of the month is more realistic. But if we get a July full of better macroeconomic data, folks, I don't know. The Fed might disappoint the end of the month. So there's your bizarro marketism of the day. This really, really, really good number is really, really, really bad for all the folks that want a rate cut. So, new investors or traders, you can be forgiven for being confused. That's why you need to be here at TGO. I teach you this stuff. So if you're sitting there going, wow, what a great jobs report, and the market's down, triple digits, and you're going, I don't understand this, you're trading with the wrong place. And we also have some bad news this past week in what? The decline in share buybacks. The number one buyer of the S&P 500 year to date was the S&P 500. That ended right around here, and it's ended really, really, really now. So companies aren't buying back their stock, which is bad. And here's also another bad. We're getting ready to get into earnings season, Q2 earnings. They're going to be brutally bad. Now, I get that might be Wall Street doing the sandbagging, right? If you can't hit the ball over the net, lower the net. Well, I think the net might actually be underground. So we have a lot of stuff going on here, folks. I pointed out everything bad that can happen. Not too much to be bullish about right now. Well, maybe we get a trade deal. We're not getting a trade deal anytime soon. Maybe Iran will wake up tomorrow and the mullahs won't want to kill Americans and Israelis. Not going to happen. Maybe earnings are out of the blue going to turn around and be great. Nah, not going to happen. So volatility is heading right back up, and it's going to rocket up quickly. You have got to be on board Top Gun Options. You got to be. I love this stuff, folks. We are having an absolute blast trading this market. Men lie, numbers don't. We are looking at 4 weeks in a row of profitable trade. What's that? About 17.5 in weekly options profits in the past couple weeks as this craziness is going on. If you ain't doing this, you need to come take a 7-day trial here. $38. Going to go out in Miami tonight for dinner. I guarantee you one drink that I get tonight is going to be $38. If that's your last $38, don't do it. But head to go.topgunoptions.com/go-flight. Just like the Apollo mission. Go flight. Go.topgunoptions.com/go-flight, and for only $38, you can take a test flight into what we do here at Top Gun Options. I got to get going. I'm going paddleboarding, going out tonight in Miami. We had a fantastic week here at Top Gun Options. We had a fantastic day yesterday as Americans. God bless the United States of America, and God bless President Trump. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. You have got to be hedged, and I'll see you for Monday's Market Outlook.